Hello, welcome to the Catalyst Community Advisor and Veteran Community Advisor Hub. This is going to be a very short video to introduce some of the first steps to take when you get into this Discord server, and then it's going to be a brief rundown, a server guide of the various channels and tools that are available to help you do your work and to collaborate with others. So when you first get into the Discord, you're going to do it the same way that you do any server. You can either add a server over here on the left. If someone sent you a link that you need to copy and paste in, you can click join server, paste the invite link here, and then join the server. Or you might have gotten a direct message from somebody, which is just a link that you can simply click on. After you click on that link, you're going to be given a little welcome slide. Down at the bottom, you're going to see a message that tells you need to complete a few more steps. Simply hitting the complete button will bring you to the server rules, which you need to read through. You verify that you accept those rules to be part of the server, and then you submit. You're going to see a lot of the channels that are going to be available to you pop open on the left-hand side, but there is a step you need to complete. You'll notice that you just got direct message by our friendly neighborhood server bot. Clicking on that direct message will open it up, and it tells you that you need to go to the role selection channel and select an appropriate role. What this is going to do is open up more options for you that will be more tailored to the work that you want to do here. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to close out the direct message. By the way, all your direct messages are under this top icon. And to go back to the server, you click on the server. So now I'm back at the server, and I'm going to do what the bot just told me. I'm going to go to role selection right here, and you'll see I have 6 different working groups that will be more specific to the things I want to do. I just need to say which group I want to be a part of. By clicking the associated emojis down at the bottom, you will see that it opens up over here on the left. It opens up channels that will be tailored to that group. You can select whichever ones you want. You can also unselect ones if you make a mistake or you change your mind. So I'm just going to select a couple of these, and then we will continue with the server guide. So again, all your channels and places of interest in the server are going to be displayed on the left-hand side. Just running through them from the top down, at the very top you have an event button. If you click this, you will be displayed with various upcoming meetings and whatnot that are taking place within the community. You'll get the name of what it is along with a description. You will get a meeting date and time. You will have a location where that is taking place. And you have a couple options to share it out or to indicate that you are interested in that event. Below that is what I like to think of as the official meeting rooms, the board rooms. The event hall is a place for presentations to take place. When you join this, you will more than likely join as an audience member. You will have speakers up at the top who will be able to speak. Audience members obviously are listening quietly. If there is a need to go from audience to speaker, there is a button to request to speak. Or you can leave quietly. That is different than this hub call room. This hub call room is a general purpose official meeting room. When you join this, you will notice that you join as a speaker. Everybody has permission to speak in here. You generally join with your mic hot, so just be aware of that. Down here you have options to turn your mic off or on, as well as your speakers to deafen yourself. You can do that down in here. If you click on the hub call button again, you will be displayed with the icons of all of the participants. If someone's webcam is on, this will be their face in more of like a FaceTime presentation. You also have the ability to share your screen if you are collaborating and displaying some information. You can mute and unmute yourself here as well, and then disconnect. Some of the same functionality that's over here on the bottom left-hand side. Underneath that, you have the very basic, here's where you start stuff. A lot of the stuff you ran through at the beginning when you first signed up for the server. You will have a list of the server rules. If these do ever change, if they need to, an announcement will be made. You have a server guide, which is a text-based version of exactly what I'm kind of doing here. You have that role selection screen. If you need to modify your role, this is where you can do that. You also have a general welcome page. This is an automated thing. Anybody that joins, you will see their icon pop up, and when they joined, by the way, as a side note, if messages are highlighted, that's because you have been tagged in them with the @ sign and your name, just as a tip. Below the Start Here section, you will notice we have platform tutorials. The various tools that are adopted within the server and in the community. The goal is to put tutorial information here to make things a little bit easier for everybody. Right now there's just a Discord and a GitHub. The GitHub one will be populated eventually, and I assume that any tools adopted by the community would be displayed up in here for learning purposes. Underneath that, you have Open Discourse. This is kind of a general purpose meeting area. If you think of these up here as kind of like the boardroom, I like to think of this as more like the water cooler down in here. You have introductions. If you come into the server and just want to introduce yourself, you are free to do that in this chat spot or not. Underneath that, you have the general chat. This general chat would be for just information you wanted to kick out to the entire server, the entire community. You have event chat. This would be tied to things taking place in the event hall. If people need to post documentation or ask questions and interact with the event itself, this would be a place to post that material up. Hub chat is exactly the same kind of thing. This will be related to events that are taking place in the hub. If you need to share out links, materials, whatnot, this is a place to do that. You have voice chat and voice channel. This would be the water cooler itself. Again, this works like the hub room. It's a voice channel. Same kind of functionality as all the voice channels. This again is like the water cooler, and this voice chat would be for materials that are directly being referenced in those conversations. You can post that up here. Now, underneath the Open Discourse section, you will have a section called Stay Up to Date, and it is just what it sounds like. Various pieces of news and information that are relevant to the server and the community will populate into this section. The first link is external info. This is going to be an aggregation place for other Discord servers that are relevant to this server. Those will populate into here. You have announcements, which are made server-wide. And then you have the same kind of aggregation sites down in here. You have one for GitHub issues, YouTube drops, and Twitter feeds. And these are aggregation tools that will bring a lot of good information into this server, again, just for ease of access and all that kind of stuff. The GitHub issues is very interesting. Actually, anytime a issue is submitted inside GitHub, it will auto-populate into this channel, and it'll be a really handy tool, just a quick glance what issues have been submitted recently. Underneath the Stay Up to Date section, you will have, this is where the rubber hits the road. Any community advisor or veteran community advisor, this is a place to ask questions, to get some help, any kind of general concerns, all that kind of stuff that is specific to these roles. This is the place where that can be done. You have guides. This will eventually be populated with educational materials. If you're thinking of becoming a CA or a vCa, then this is the place to come, or you just want to learn more about the role. You have the discussion channels, chat channels for the two roles mentioned, and then you have a place for resources. It's just a place to share Google Docs, articles, links, anything that's relevant to these two roles. And then again, you have a voice channel that y'all can get together and talk in. Finally, underneath this section, you will have all of the roles that you selected at the beginning. You will have those tools for those areas pop up down below this. So in general, you'll have a place to chat, and you will have a place to have meetings for those various working groups. And again, these are displayed based on what you selected up in the role selection up under Start here. If you want to change or add, you will see them populate down here, and that's just a place where you can do your work. I hope this video has been useful to you in your collaborative journey. Now let's get out there and get some work done.